Hello and welcome to grammar class. Today's lesson is nominalization or creating nouns. So then, what is nominalization in English grammar? Well, the grammatical term nominalization simply means creating nouns. So we can say nominalization is the process of changing a verb or an adjective or any other part of speech into a noun. In other words, when we use a verb or an adjective or any other part of speech as a noun in a sentence without changing its basic meaning, it's known as nominalization. But then, what is the importance or purpose of a nominalization? Let me tell you that nominalization is preferred in academic or formal English. Why? Because nominalization or nouning focuses on the idea or action rather than the doer or performer. I mean, we use nominalization when we give more importance to the action rather than the doer of the action. Moreover, nominalization makes our writing impersonal or unbiased, objective or purposeful, and also impressive. Well, now we are going to study the different types of nominalization. I mean the different ways in which we can nominalize a verb or an adjective or any other part of speech. First, we can nominalize a verb, that is, change it into a noun by using a gerund or an infinitive. For example, in the first sentence, he loves it when he exercises. Exercises is a verb. But in the second sentence, he loves exercising. The verb exercise becomes a noun when it is used as a gerund, exercising. We know that a gerund is the ing form of a verb used as a noun in a sentence. If you swim, it will be a good exercise. Here, swim is obviously a verb. However, we nominalize the verb swim when we use it as a gerund, swimming. In the sentence, swimming will be a good exercise for you, the gerund swimming is the subject and functions as a noun. We can also use an infinitive to nominalize a verb. In the sentence, to swim will be a good exercise for you, the infinitive to swim is the subject and functions as a noun in the sentence. And then, verbs and adjectives are also nominalized using suffixes. So what are suffixes? Well, a suffix is a letter or a group of letters that we add at the end of a word to modify it or to change the way it is used. For example, various suffixes such as er, or, r, ee, tion, sion, ment, ence, etc. are used to create different types of nouns from verbs. Remember, suffixes are always used at the end of a root word to modify it and not at the beginning. So on your screen are given some suffixes used for the nominalization of verbs. Now see some examples of nominalization of verbs. In the sentence, do you know those who are playing? Playing is a verb in the present continuous tense. But in the second sentence, do you know the players? Players is a noun. We can see that the suffix er has been added to the verb play to make it a noun. From these examples, we also notice that when we nominalize a verb, we also change or alter the sentence structure appropriately without changing its basic meaning. In the next example, the verb acts is nominalized as actor with the addition of the suffix or. I was interviewed first of all. In this sentence, the verb interviewed is in the passive voice. We have nominalized it by adding the suffix "e" at its end. I was the first interviewee. Interviewee is the noun form of the verb interview. In the sentence, he did not agree with us. Agree is a verb. But then in the sentence, he did not express his agreement with us. Agreement is a noun. The suffix "ment" has been added at the end of the verb agree to make it a noun. However, we also notice here that for the nominalization of the verb agree, we have to change the sentence structure appropriately without changing the basic meaning. I don't know how he will react. In this sentence, react is a verb. We can nominalize the verb react by adding the suffix ion at its end. In this way, reaction is the noun form of the verb react. I don't know what his reaction will be like. Now, adjectives are also turned into nouns by adding suffixes such as ness, ity, y, ance, and ence, etc. And when we nominalize adjectives in this way, we also change the sentence structure appropriately. For example, in the sentence, you are too gentle, gentle is an adjective. The adjective gentle is nominalized by adding the suffix ness at its end. So, gentleness is a noun in the sentence, you are too full of gentleness. People love you because you are honest. We add the suffix y to honest to make it a noun, honesty. People love you for your honesty. As you can see, we are changing the sentence structure suitably for the use of the noun honesty. There is no doubt that the task is difficult. Here, difficult is an adjective. We can nominalize difficult as difficulty by adding the suffix y at its end. But to use the noun difficulty, you have to rewrite the sentence as a simple sentence. There is no doubt about the difficulty of the task. In the sentence, I am responsible for this failure. Responsible is an adjective. It's nominalized as responsibility in the sentence, I accept the responsibility for this failure. We want to be independent. Here, independent is an adjective. The noun of independent is independence. We want independence. Now I am going to tell you about another type of nominalization. It's known as zero derivation nominalization. We know that a verb or an adjective is commonly changed into a noun either by adding suffixes or using a verb as a gerund. However, when a verb or an adjective is used as a noun without changing its spelling or form in any way, it's called zero derivation nominalization. In other words, in zero derivation, the verb or the adjective remains as it is without any addition of suffixes. For example, I do not plan in advance. Here, plan is a verb. But in the sentence, I do not make any plan in advance, the same word plan is used as a noun. So we observe here that the verb plan is nominalized without any change of spelling or form. Such a nominalization is known as zero derivation nominalization. In the next example, please answer briefly. Answer is a verb. The noun form of answer is also answer. There is no change of spelling or form. Please give a brief answer. Here, answer is used as a noun. This is an instance of zero derivation nominalization. Take another example. In the sentence, they are rich. Rich is an adjective. But in the next sentence, the rich are not always happy. Rich is used as the subject. It acts as a noun here. In this way, we see that some verbs and adjectives are nominalized without any change of spelling or form. Finally, see some model examples of nominalization in sentences. In the first sentence, I decided to quit my job. Decided is a verb in the simple past tense. Decision is the noun of the verb decide. I took a decision to quit my job. Here we see that the delexical verb took is used before the noun decision. And then in the next example, he is known to be a wise man. Wise is an adjective. Wise is nominalized as wisdom. So for the noun wisdom, we use the sentence, he is known for his wisdom. You see in the next example, he was absent because he was ill. There are two adjectives, absent and ill. The noun forms of absent and ill are absence and illness respectively. So we are rewriting the sentence with the two nouns like this, his absence was because of his illness. Now look at the last example. Your shoes fit your feet badly. In this sentence, fit fit is a verb. Now this verb fit has a zero derivation nominalization. Your shoes have a bad fit for your feet. Now the same word fit fit is a noun. So that's the end of today's class. Hopefully you liked the video. Please be sure to like, comment, share and subscribe to our channel. And do not forget to click the notification bell for more grammar content. Thanks for watching.